Well, hey guys, welcome to day 5 of Owning It as we're reading through the Bible. 5 days down, 360 to go. It might seem daunting, but believe me, you're hopefully you're going to continue to enjoy it. I've had such great conversations. So many of you, I can't remember tell you how many text messages I got yesterday on questions from the reading, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I know so many of you are. Those that have joined us on the YouVersion app, my church, the Life Church at Easton, and reading along. I'm adding people, and it's exciting to see so many and commenting. And even today's reading already this morning, people have begun to comment. In fact, Gina, man, her thing, don't let vultures steal your praise, right? Steal your worship. Awesome insight into that. But I want to talk about Genesis 12 a little bit, and really the beginning of it, because it's an incredible thing. So we're transitioning now. We've gone through the Noah moment, right? We've gone obviously through creation. We've gone through Noah. We've seen the Noah stuff and kind of the genealogy, and then we're on Abram, or who most of us know as Abraham. But we're on Abram at this point in Genesis chapter 12, and it begins to be more of the stories that most of us Christians kind of know about. We've read, we know about Abraham and Sarai, or Sarah, and the starting of that. But I really caution you, if you've read this before, that you don't just speed read this. Take your time. Today's reading is incredible, and I was highlighting and going, oh, I want to talk about that. Oh, I want to talk about that. There's so many cool things. We're seeing sacrifices. We're seeing the altar. This moment where Abram makes one of his altars. Incredible story, incredible study. If you ever get a chance to talk about it, or you want to talk to me about it, I'll talk to you about it. There's a moment where God passes through the sacrifice, makes a covenant, the Abraham covenant. Incredible moment. Right, there's some really cool things. Abram talks to Lot and says, hey, Lot, you choose where you're going. He prefers his brother. Another really cool, teachable moment. But I say all that to go, okay, let's start in Genesis chapter 12. And I only have a couple minutes, so I want to share with you, I think one of the most impactful things is we think about who Abraham is and who we remember him to be and who we call him to be. And it all really starts from, I believe, this moment that God sets a tone for Abraham or Abram. And I believe it's the same calling that he has for you and I, the same concept. So in Genesis chapter 12, reading verse 1, I'm just going to read a couple verses. And I want you to really kind of just pay attention and see what God's saying. He says, now the Lord said to Abram, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. He tells Abram, and hey, by the way, just a hint, on Sunday we're going to talk about Abraham, and this Genesis chapter 12 is going to be a big piece of that, even though we're looking a little bit more forward. So just a little thing about this Sunday sermon. But he says, go from that land. I'm going to show you where you're going to go. I want you to pick up, and I want you to go, and I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great. And let's just stop there for a second. There's a comma there, but let's stop, because that's where most people stop. God, you're going to bless me. Oh, God, you're going to do great things. God, you're going to do all this stuff. And those of you on social media and Facebook, specifically, I see a lot of this on Facebook, but TikTok and Twitter and Instagram. And oh, if you just do this, God is going to bless you. And just say today that, God, this is going to be my best year. 2023 is a year of freedom. 2023 is the year that I'm going to be blessed. And that's all great. Don't hear me wrong. I want to be blessed. Don't hear me wrong. But so many, we're looking for the blessing. We're looking for God to do great things. It's a year of He's going to give me a lot of money, and He's going to bring health, and this year's going to bring me, a new marriage, or, and I'm not saying you guys know what I'm saying. Like, for the single people, I'm going to get married, and I'm going to have 3 kids, and that's a bunch of garbage, okay? That's not what God is doing. Read the rest of this. He says, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to make you a great nation. I'm going to bless you so that you will be a blessing. understand, Abram was called to receive blessing so that he could bless. That God knew he could trust Abram with blessings because therefore Abram would be a blessing. We see it in the story of Lot just a little bit later that Abram had every opportunity to say, hey, I'm the oldest. You're the one that's got all your wealth is from me, right? And you're my nephew. So I'm going to tell you where to go. But he says, no, you know what, Lot, you pick the place that you want to go. You pick. He preferred. Abram lived the rest of his life to be a blessing for others. Do you see the difference there? You see, for those of us that we're looking for God to bless us and we're trying to say a magical statement or we're trying to do this or we're trying so that we have more stuff, but God will not give you more stuff unless he can trust you to therefore be a blessing for others. When we learn to use our time, our talent, or our treasures for others, guess what? God will give you more time. He'll give you more talents. He'll give you more treasure if he knows that you are going to be a blessing. And can I just tell you, those of you, Life Church at Easton, I want to be that church that is a blessing to others. And what we saw in 2022 is just a foreshadow of what is coming. As we were a blessing to more and to more and to more, we gave more of our time, we gave more of our talents, and we gave more of our treasures. And I'm excited to see what God is going to do as we continue to do that. We continue to give more time, more talent, and more treasures because we are going to be blessed so we can be a blessing.